Okay, folks, today we are looking at the 19th greatest game in chess history. This one, I do have to admit, it's an amazing move, right? I wouldn't have found it. It's tough to play no matter what. But this game comes from 2016 Magnus Carlsen versus Sergey. I forgot to pronounce his last name. Karakon, maybe? No, that's an opening. Karajane, whatever, he's not here. World Championship 2016. So this has been a long World Championship. Magnus is trying to defend his title, and they've played, I think, 12 regular games. That ended in a draw tiebreak situation, so now they're playing the Blitz component, and they're trying to figure out who the greatest player in the world is. So this is, if Magnus wins, this is the final game of the World Championship, and he retains his title. So that's sort of the backstory for this game, which, in my opinion, makes this move even more impressive because it's to win the World Championship. So this isn't just some, backyard game where you're just messing around playing with your friends. Like, it's all on the line here. So in this position, it's Magnus's turn to move. He pushes the rook to c8 check. Karajan, I gotta figure out how to pronounce this guy's name. Karjakin? Yeah. Sergey moves his king to h7. And now you can see that if you're looking at the valuation bar, it's a mate in 2. But again, the eval bar is not present when you're playing a game. So in this position, Magnus, World Championship on the line. He trusts his analysis. He sees the mate in 2. And this is it's like 25-5 or something. So this isn't a blitz game, but it's still not like, a super duper slow game. But he sees it and finds it. Can you find it? What does Magnus play in this position to to continue his claim to the best chess player in the world and the world champion? So yes, in this position, Magnus plays the 19th greatest move of all time, according to me. He sacrifices the queen on h6. Beautiful, and Sergey just gives up here because he can calculate a mate in 1. So what are the options? There are no options, which is why it's a mate in 1. So black cannot come back here because of this rook cutting off this file. The queen is obviously attacking the king, so the king has to do something about that. If he takes, then that rook slides in and cuts off all the squares. Can't go here, can't go here, can't take. Nothing to block with, ends that. And then the little bit more difficult, but just as cool find is that if pawn takes on h6, then what's the follow-up? Very nice. Rook to f7, checkmate that way. So Sergey had a couple of options to take back. None of them mattered. Magnus finds the move to end it all, and was still world champion. I think since then he stopped even like competing in world championship matches or something. But so this also is a fun mate because Sergey was obviously threatening his own checkmates very, very soon had Magnus not found his forcing line. So 19th greatest move of all time. That is it for that one. Thanks for watching.